Right now, as you watch this, you are going blind. Not forever, not in a way you'd notice, but in tiny, invisible flashes, thousands of times a day. Your brain is switching your vision off and then lying to you about it. By the time you go to sleep tonight, your brain will have stolen roughly 2 hours of sight from you. You won't remember any of it. You won't feel it happening. And the most disturbing part? Your brain is doing it on purpose. This is the story of the biggest trick your brain plays on you. Every single day of your life. Right now, your eyes are not moving smoothly. They never do. Even when you think you're calmly scanning a room, your eyes are actually jumping, snapping from one point to another in rapid, jerky bursts. These movements are called saccades, and you make between 3 and 5 of them every single second. Every single second. Each jump takes between 20 and 200 milliseconds. That doesn't sound like much. But add it up across a 16-hour waking day, and your eyes are in motion for roughly 2 full hours. Here's the problem. When your eyes move that fast, the image falling on your retina becomes a smeared, useless blur, like taking a photo while shaking the camera. Your visual system cannot process motion blur like that. It would make perception impossible. A nauseating smear of color and movement every time you shifted your gaze. So your brain found a solution. It turns your vision off. Every time your eyes begin a saccade, your brain suppresses visual processing. It shuts down the signal from your eyes before the movement begins, and keeps it suppressed until the eyes land on their new target. The blur never reaches conscious awareness. You never see it. This is called saccadic suppression. Want proof? Try this. Stand in front of a mirror and look at your left eye. Then quickly shift your gaze to your right eye. Watch carefully. You will never see your own eyes move. Not once, not ever. No matter how many times you try. But someone standing next to you watching the same mirror, they'll see your eyes jump perfectly clearly. The movement is real. It's happening. But your brain deletes it from your experience. Every single time. So completely that generations of scientists assumed the eyes moved too fast to see. It wasn't until 1976 that researchers confirmed the truth. The brain wasn't failing to capture the movement. It was actively erasing it. You are not a passive observer of reality. You are the subject of a very sophisticated editing job. But here's where it gets stranger. Suppression alone would leave you with gaps. Tiny black frames stitched into your visual experience thousands of times a day. You'd be aware of the darkness. You'd feel the interruption. You don't. Which means your brain doesn't just turn off the signal, it fills the gap in. Before your eyes have even landed on their new target, your brain makes a prediction. It reaches forward in time, grabs the image it expects to see, and pastes it over the blank frame. so seamlessly that the transition feels instantaneous, continuous, real. What you experience as seeing is not a live feed from your eyes. It is a finished film, just edited, corrected, color-graded, and delivered to your consciousness, a fraction of a second after the fact. You are always watching a slightly delayed, heavily processed reconstruction of reality, not reality itself. This is called predictive processing. And saccadic suppression is its most dramatic daily demonstration. Now, most of the time, this system works flawlessly, but scientists have found the cracks. The most famous, change blindness. In experiment after experiment, researchers show people a scene, blink it off for a fraction of a second, and change something significant. A person's shirt color, a tree that disappears. The face of the person you're talking to being swapped for an entirely different person. In one landmark study, 75% of participants did not notice when the person they were giving directions to was replaced mid-conversation by a completely different human being, because the swap happened while a door passed between them, mimicking a momentary visual interruption. 75%, 3/4 of people, did not notice a different face, standing where a stranger just was. Your brain's prediction engine is so confident in what it expects to see that it actively overwrites the evidence in front of you. It doesn't update the picture. It defends the old one. And this isn't a flaw in some people. It's a feature of all human perception. So here is the uncomfortable question this raises. If your brain is filling in 2 hours of missing vision every day, what else is it filling in? The honest answer is a lot. Your blind spot, the point where your optic nerve connects to your retina, creates a gap in your visual field roughly the size of 17 full moons side by side. You never see it. Your brain paints over it using surrounding information every moment of every day. Your peripheral vision is mostly colorblind and nearly detail-free. You experience it as rich and detailed because your brain tells you it is. But if you test it directly, the edges of your vision are almost useless. You're working from a very small, high-resolution window in the center, and a fabricated impression of clarity everywhere else. Even your sense of time is edited. Neuroscience research shows that what you experience as right now, uta, is actually a constructed summary of the last 80 milliseconds, smoothed, sorted, and delivered as a single coherent present moment. Your now is an illusion, a very convincing one, but an illusion. The world you are experiencing is not the world. It is your brain's best guess at the world. Continuously updated, occasionally wrong, and almost impossible to fact-check from the inside. This has consequences that go beyond philosophy. It's why eyewitness testimony is unreliable. Your brain doesn't record events like a camera. It reconstructs them from fragments, fills gaps with expectations, and then solidifies that reconstruction as memory. People watching the same event will remember two meaningfully different versions of it, both completely certain they're right. It's why magic works. A skilled magician isn't faster than your eyes. He's exploiting the exact moments your brain stops looking. The saccades, the blinks, the predictive gaps. To move things in the blind zones your brain guarantees will go unnoticed. It's why you can read a sentence with scrambled middle letters and not notice. Your brain predicts the words before it finishes processing them, and delivers the meaning without waiting for the data. You are not seeing the world. You are being told a story about it. Your brain blinds you for 2 hours every day. It steals those hours, fills them with invented images, and returns you a seamless experience so convincing you've never noticed it's happening. That's not a malfunction. It's a masterpiece. The human brain processes 11 million bits of sensory information per second. It can consciously handle about 50. So it makes choices. It edits ruthlessly. It predicts aggressively. It lies constantly and skillfully. Not to deceive you, but to give you a world stable enough to live in. Without saccadic suppression, every glance would nauseate you. Without predictive processing, every moment would overwhelm you. Without the careful, relentless fabrication your brain performs every second of every day, reality would be completely unbearable. You don't see the world as it is. You see the world as your brain decides you can handle it. And maybe that's exactly the right amount. Final beat. The machine at rest. Camera pulling back through the skull. Final shot. Eyes opening. A saccade fires. Everything goes dark. The world returns.